Who? Look, can you just cut to the chase already? What's this about? I can't believe this is happening. I told Larry to keep his big mouth shut, but did he listen? No! He had to impress his friends and treat me like a trophy. Look, I've been in this business for a long time, and I know how this game works, so let's skip all the banter and get it over with. What's it gonna take to make us both happy? If I give you dirt on that son of a bitch Dombrowski, all I'm doing is endangering myself. Why would I do that? What the hell? Dombrowski has us mixed up with the Crimson Fleet? Alright, you've made your point. You know, this whole thing really pisses me off. Larry and I had the perfect scheme worth thousands of credits all worked out, and then he goes and flushes the whole thing down the toilet.
If you're angry at anybody, it should be yourself, for getting mixed up in this ridiculous scheme in the first place.
Judge me all you want, lady. At this point, if I'm going down, then all I'm focused on is dragging Larry down with me. I'm not gonna tell you. Let's just say that I'd be sent to prison for a long time if Galbank figured it out. I didn't know who the hell you were. For all I knew, you were working for Dombrowski. It's called playing it cool. You should try it sometime. Yeah, I'm getting to that. Larry got together with myself and this other guy, Gabriel Vera. He's some bigwig over at UC Security. I doctored the transactions, Larry wiped them off the system, and Vera kept the legal pressure off of us. We were scamming Galbank for months. It was going well until I discovered Larry was cheating everyone by changing each transaction in his favor before deleting them. You won't do that. You're here because you've got some kind of side hustle in the works. If you wanted to blow the whistle, you would have boarded this ship with the authorities. I was going to confront him back on Jemison, but then he invited me on this little trip through the stars. All expenses paid, first-class accommodations, the works. I figured, why not wait until I've milked him for every credit he's spending before I drop the hammer? Oh, I know he was using me. At the same time, he was saying how much he loved me. He was stringing me along and stabbing me in the back. I wish I had some. Maybe you should try talking to Gabriel Vera. He should be around here somewhere. If he doesn't want to cooperate, just mention my name. That should grab his attention. Good luck. You're gonna need it. I wrote a computer algorithm that basically creates a randomized number of false ghost credits that mimic the crypto key of actual credits. Then the algorithm simply passes the ghost credits to whatever legit transfers that the bank transacts. The genuine credits enter a dummy account. The best part is that I also alter the crypto keys as the real cash flows into our accounts. By the time it lands in our pockets, the creds are clean. So, on paper, it appears that all of the bank's transactions are covered, when it's really just our ghosted dummy creds. Genius, right? What do you think is going on? I'm using that gullible idiot to get what I want. If I have to squash him on my way to the top, then so be it. Let's get one thing straight. Larry Dombrowski's no saint. He deserves everything that's coming to him.
That was a bit insensitive, but my colleague's right. If you're manipulating him, doesn't that make you just as guilty?
Where the hell do you get off judging me? You don't know that asshole like I do, okay? Dombrowski is a piece of human garbage. He'd stab you in the back for table scraps, then stab you again to steal dessert. The plan's always been to milk the guy for everything he's worth, and then leave him in the dust. Not bad for a lowly Galbank worker drone, right? What, are you writing a damn novel? Fine. Vera works for UC Security, so he kept a lookout on their commnet for any Galbank chatter. I guess you could call him our early warning system. And Dombrowski made sure that all of the crypto manipulation I was working on didn't turn up in Galbank's automatic audits. You need top clearance for that kind of access, so we had to cut him in, whether we liked it or not. I hope you hurt Dombrowski. Nail his ass right to the wall.
I'm pretty sure you weren't supposed to take that.
These newer vessels more or less run autonomously, which doesn't mean much for the crew to do the work.
Captain Lokov said you're allowed in any of the crew-specific areas. Just don't touch anything, please. Shh, listen.
Профиль пассажира, имя пассажира, Домбровский, Ларри, статус, VIP, текущая продолжительность пребывания. Не определено тип резиденции. Дилакс, специальные инструкции. Просьба доставлять 1 бутылку шампанского со льдом ежедневно в 23 часа 30 минут. Если каюта не занята, поставьте ее рядом с кроватью пассажира в серебряном ведерке для льда.
A Starfield pass is required to enter the main ballroom.
At the moment, Aurora, if you have any needs, please enter a request into the computer located...
Can you believe the size of this cabin? It's large enough to accommodate a family of 12. God, what a ridiculous waste of space. Pickpocketing is a crime. Or have you forgotten?
If you have any little ones aboard, story time with Zarina will be held in the ship's library this evening.
Due to an unfortunate accident, we are halting our spacewalk experience for an undetermined amount of time. If you want to dine at Captain Rokov's table during dinner service, it's only an additional $5,000.
Hey, that isn't yours.
Плохие люди, плохие шутки 2. Почему курица перешла дорогу? А. Что такое курица? Тук-тук. Кто там? Планета. Какая планета? Если я устрою вечеринку, ты поможешь мне ее спланировать? Наемник Эклиптика говорит женщине: «Меня наняли, чтобы убить тебя, и я всегда выполняю эту работу». Женщина говорит: «Мы не можем поговорить об этом, сынок». Как держать идиота в напряжении? Как снять с дерева провинциалку из Фристер Коллектив? Волна. Книга Луиса Лапера «Плохие люди, плохие шутки», том 2, является продолжением его оригинальной работы и, как и ее предшественница, стала культовым хитом. Культура неоновой банды, и все же, несмотря на репутацию главного города удовольствий поселенческих систем, Неон — это еще и дом для множества преступников, хулиганов и прочей швали. Некоторые из них просто гуляют по улицам в одиночку, охотясь на заблудившихся туристов, которые слишком далеко отошли от протаренной дорожки. Но самые страшные преступники — это организованные группы, объединившиеся ради общей преступной цели. Самым страшным преступником является, конечно же, синдикат Соггу. Преступный синдикат достаточно смелый, чтобы публично выставлять свое имя на показ. И, по слухам, связанный с мэром города Неон Бенджамином Баю или даже напрямую контролируемый им. И, конечно же, существуют более мелкие, но не менее опасные уличные банды, эбсайдские забастовщики и ученики. Как и большинство банд, их члены гордятся тем, что они семья, больше, чем единственная кровь, которая их интересует. Это та, которую они могут пролить на улицах. Книга Карла Лупина «Исследование культуры неоновых банд» представляет собой подробное исследование различных неоновых банд и преступных организаций, в котором основное внимание уделяется синдикату Сёггу, Эбсайд, Страйкерс и ученикам. Он не получил согласия от тех, о ком писал, и получил предупреждение не публиковать свою работу. Вскоре после выхода книги Лупина исчез, и с тех пор о нем ничего не слышно. Вчерашний день был потрясающим. Ресторан был изысканным, и ты выглядела прекрасно. А после ужина ночь, которую мы провели вместе, была незабываемой. Ты знаешь, что я сделаю для тебя все. Все, что тебе нужно сделать, это попросить. Я жажду, чтобы мы были вместе, навсегда. Я намерен порвать с женой и оставить эту часть своей жизни позади. Будь терпелива, моя дорогая. Я скоро скажу ей, обещаю. Я люблю тебя. Сейчас и навсегда. Ларри.
If you want help, I'm here. Feel free to drop some stuff into... Take care of yourself. This must be where the passengers store their valuables while the siren is underway.
Any complaints about your cruise should be directed to one of the staff.
So, must you continue these unwelcome interruptions? I'm a very busy woman. Excuse me? And why in goodness name would I do something as foolish as that? And why in goodness name would I possibly agree to that ridiculous demand? No, I can't. Sorry. Oh, just take the damn thing already. Listen, maybe you can keep this between us. If the award goes missing, there's no need for the insurance company to get involved.
The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security here.
Please let me know if you're glad to have you aboard. Have a safe journey.
I'm sorry, but unless you're reporting a security situation, I need to get back to my duties. Please remain in designated passenger areas at all times. Have a safe journey.
Hello. Are you a member of the society?
Quite an event they're throwing today, don't you think? Hello. You here for the charity event? Oh, absolutely. I'm a firm believer that attending these types of events tends to absolve one of their sins and cleanse their soul. But something tells me you're not really here to discuss the event. What did you really want to talk about? Dombrowski, he's the exec holding court over in the VIP area of the ballroom. Yeah, sorry, I work for UC Security, not Galbank. I don't really know him personally. To be honest, I'm here to keep an eye on the charity event. It might not be as glamorous an assignment as a colony rescue or taking down some criminals, but anything that keeps the peace is important to me. What is this all about, anyway? You mean specifically? Oh, I work for the Corporate Fraud Division. We monitor all of the major megacorp financials and transactions to ensure that nothing improper occurs. You're asking a lot of strange questions. What exactly do you want? Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off.
You're a liar and an absolute disgrace to the United Colonies.
Don't test me. You have no idea how high up the chain I am with UC Security. Not only can I make you disappear, I can also make sure the settled systems forget you existed in the first place. Worried? Why should I be worried? Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe?
An open bar would have been nice, but Triton's gouging us for every credit we've got. Get the hell away from me before I have you arrested. Have you tried the canopies? Horrid. Positive reported.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up, and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested. Oh, absolutely. He's up the ladder at UC Security. Lots of pull. We have to handle this very delicately. Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. But it's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows. Maybe, but if something goes wrong and he's able to raise an alarm, we're sunk. With all of these wealthy patrons aboard, the ship is crawling with security. Yeah, that's smart. Kill Vera, or anyone else involved in his conspiracy, and then Dombrowski heads for the hills. Besides, you really want to ace a member of UC security and have them breathing down your neck? You'll be the top story on SSNN. No, there has to be a safer way. Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency. This is one of Trident's premier starliners. That means it has the best of everything, including a triple redundancy life support system. They installed a backup for the backup. Luckily for us, it will still trip an emergency and everyone will have to return to their quarters until I sound the all clear, which I won't.
Whatever it takes. He's talking about tampering with the only system keeping everyone on this ship alive.
Don't worry, it'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the party. Just throw a few lousy switches and you're done. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet, right? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help. There's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starfield ballroom. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at his station as usual. Have fun with that guy. He's a real piece of work. Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Everything you need is inside. All passengers are instructed to immediately report to their cabins. That way, we keep the halls clear and avoid a panic. Fortunately for us, all of the passenger cabin doors will automatically unlock. This is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quickly and without interference. But in our case, it's like having an all-access pass. On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies, pretty high up in UC security. Lots of clout with Mast. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstab you for a cret stick and pin the murder on someone else. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant, he'd probably thrive with the Crimson Fleet. Get back to it.
Don't forget to keep your Starview pass handy at all times, or you won't have access to the ballroom.
The Society Chair has really outdone herself this time.
Captain Rokov is one of the most Trident. Must have spent a fortune equipping this ship with triple redundancy in almost every internal system.
Hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rockov's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here. Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you? I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Trident put me in charge of the entire tech team. We do our best to keep the ship running smoothly and efficiently. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of spacecraft design. Almost everything has triple redundancy, like the life support system. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a bit of downtime. Could be worse, though, right? Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. I think you can see why. Not exactly Starliner-class comfort down here. Don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts, catch up on work, and all that, but I'd rather work on the bridge. Oh, sorry, that area's off limits. No exceptions. No, sorry, I'm afraid it's impossible. Trident regulations strictly prohibit anyone from entering the life support area without a valid reason. Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk here, it's just that I could lose my job, you know? Hey, if your heart's set on it, who am I to stop you from staring at a bunch of life support machinery? Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away? I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Of course, this beauty is... Unfortunately, that... Yeah, a little. Don't get me wrong. Honestly, he's a seasoned ship captain. He told me he was a long hauler for years, and the experience shows. Only thing is, he's always talking about trade deals and plans for get-rich-quick schemes. It's all the guy ever thinks about. Why he decided to be a Starliner captain, I'll never know. It's almost like he craves being around money. Tell you what, though, for someone that loves credit so much, he sure doesn't mind gambling them when we play cards. Remember not to touch anything, please.
Внимание! По соображениям безопасности доступ к системе жизнеобеспечения не может быть закрыт без разрешения дежурного главного инженера. Подробности смотри в руководстве по эксплуатации Trident SATS 0223,43. Аварийные процедуры. Руководство по эксплуатации системы Trident SATS 02:20 часов 40 минут в случае отказа системы жизнеобеспечения Альфа ЛСУ-01 автоматически включается система Бета ЛСУ-02. В крайне маловероятном случае отказа Бета ЛСУ-02 автоматически включится Гамма ЛСУ-03. Если произошел катастрофический отказ и все три блока находятся в автономном режиме, по всему кораблю будет передан автоматический приказ на развертывание скафандров. Для получения более подробной информации обратитесь к дежурному главному инженеру или обратитесь к разделу 20 «Руководство по эксплуатации Trident». Процедуры блокировки руководства по эксплуатации Trident SATS 022I-30 при отказе любого аппарата жизнеобеспечения немедленно вводится в действие автоматическая процедура аварийной блокировки. Всем пассажирам будет приказано спокойно разойтись по своим каютам до тех пор, пока капитан судна не сочтет аварийную ситуацию исчерпанной. Если капитан не в состоянии выполнять свои обязанности, пожалуйста, соблюдайте надлежащую субординацию в соответствии с руководством по эксплуатации судна Trident SATS 0I 2 часа 7 минут. Кроме того, все внутренние дверные замки пассажирских кают и всех зон сбора будут установлены в положение «разблокировано», чтобы обеспечить беспрепятственный доступ экипажа.